What is this argument here? It was $5,000. I'm worth more than that. Rob's arguing $5,000 versus $500 to do what now? And he thinks that's a good argument? My God, listen, I've been in Rob's corner sometimes, but this does not look good for him. But we will get to that. Can you believe that is a 5-part tell-all? I mean, my God, they're getting ridiculous with these things, but I can't complain about the content. I just think it's a little long, but we will still ride it out. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, share with your friends, drop a super thanks if you want to support the channel. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much. Let's get right into it because, my God, it was explosive. Some real, some not. We will see.
Put a negative impact into your life, if I did.
Oh, and the qualifier, whatever you want to call it, if I did. That's the non-apology apology. But I'm sorry if I put the negative impact into your life, if I did. But did she learn from it?
Oh. That sounds very nice, but you're on social media talking about me.
And there it is. But that comes into play a little bit later. Every time it's, I'm sorry I did this, but you were doing this right before. Every time this is what Natalie does.
So it's hard to be like, oh, that's sweet, when a week ago she's like, Sophie opens her legs for everyone.
Oh, well, I mean, you are putting all these like kind of seductive shots that, Josh is reacting to, but it doesn't make it right for her trashing you and then saying, hey, oh, we're good and all this kind of stuff. But, maybe modesty, a little bit.
Кама так мен скойлен minats.
Attack me telling truth, Natalie. And next you post
Natalie.
stuff in online. Say Julia is a lie. I never say about Sophie. You come to me say Sophie have plastic ass.
You come to me and say, Sophie have plastic ass. Like, this is the back and forth we're talking about. And now the Ukrainian and the Russian are fighting again but we're going to get to a point where it's just completely in Russian. Like, they're just going to get so angry that they're just yelling at each other in Russian. You wait.
But you guys are ganging up on Natalie for what? But we're not talking about the issue, which
Oh,
is the
okay.
relationship.
Okay, Ari needs to back the... Why is she butting in and defending Natalie? All she's ever going to do is defend some random person because she feels like, I don't know, she wants to like act like she's the white knight or something like this, when in reality, she's picking the wrong side every single time. And she gets proved wrong every single time because Ari has no clue what she's talking about. She wants to be the biggest victim, claiming that she never had a voice, when in reality, no one just found her relevant. No one had anything interesting, or she never had anything interesting to say that anyone wanted to listen to. And yet she wants to act like, oh, poor me. And now she's projecting again. Same thing with the 90 Day the Fiancé the other day. Projection. That's all we hear. Same thing here with Ari on Natalie.
Like, if you look at all the guys, these guys, some of them have done really bad stuff.
Oh, okay.
But all these women here were so focused on, you did this to me and you called me this and you did that.
All those guys basically, all right, women, why are we not on our side fighting the men over there? I don't know how to tell you all this. All of y'all did bad stuff. None of y'all had any just complete innocent moment where y'all were just, oh, the poor little delicate flower. None of y'all. Men, women, all of them. So Ari acting like, oh, me, I'm poor innocent, when she was one of the most insufferable ones on the show. Yeah, she wasn't jumping around cheating, and Benny did his own thing, sure, but she was really bad.
Have you started seeing anyone else?
God help him if she is. The next guy she's with, God help that man, because she is like building up all this resentment, all these things that she's just waiting to take out on somebody. And if I'm telling you, if she's not Fatal Attraction, I don't know who is.
I would like to say something, but there is nothing yet. I will let you know as soon as I'm...
As soon as I figure out how to lie about this guy, my figment of my imagination that is in my life, I will tell you, I promise. My God, she's insane. Like, I'm talking padded walls in the asylum insane.
We've been seeing each other for a couple months.
Oh, great.
We're just having fun right now and seeing where things go.
Uh-huh.
Josh, did you sleep with her?
Okay, so typically, now I could be wrong because she has her own answer, but we're just having fun, seeing where things go. They're probably already sleeping together, and they went on trips together and everything like that, but she has a different answer, so leave it up to you. I think they're probably already sleeping together, which, whatever, do your thing.
How much make you happy?
How much make you happy?
Right now, 10.
Hey.
Wow.
A 10 were fantastic. Well, I mean, he is taking you on trips and stuff, so I'm sure you are happy right now.
I wish you much more than I had with him, hopefully.
I love this Natalie.
What are you talking about? Like, this Natalie is the most passive aggressive. She can be aggressive and she can be passive aggressive. You never know what Natalie you're gonna get, which is all the personalities boxed up in that head, whatever. But I hope the best for you. Not for me, but I hope the best for you.
It's very new. It's like we're not at the point where it's serious right now. We're not exclusive. So yeah.
So, but hesitation on her, it's hard to gauge a hesitation and how reluctant you should be when, yes, Josh clearly was not into it and had plenty of issues. Yes. But Natalie is just, like I said, insane asylum crazy. So how do you gauge that? Should you give him a shot? Because, my God, Natalie had a big role to play in their problems.
And a number of the women here have felt that Josh was gaslighting
Stop it.
Natalie. Do you agree?
I feel like people want to use that term so much these days. And
Yes,
I would agree.
100%.
Does anyone really know what that means? Like,
yes, the definition of gaslighting is basically telling someone something that's not really true, but trying to get them to believe that so they think they're going crazy. It's from a movie called Gaslight, 1930s, 1940s, something like that, where a husband or a boyfriend, I don't know, I haven't seen the movie, basically kept saying this light was on when it wasn't on, or it was off when it wasn't off, and the wife started feeling like she was going crazy, and that's where it kind of comes from. So if someone's saying something like, hey, up is up, down is down, you're like, no, wait, down is up and up is down, and you're like, wait, what? Is it though? That's gaslighting, trying to convince someone when you know it's not true. The funny part about this is that Natalie is doing more gaslighting than anyone else here, and the only one that is actually doing some of that truthfully. 90% of the time when someone says you're gaslighting me, it's not even true. It doesn't have anything to do with gaslighting, and they're just using it as a buzzword. You're kind of crazy. Told you, straight up in Russian. They went straight to Russian. I knew they'd get mad enough to do that.
Еще и будешь писать про меня в интернете, я тебе
Now, she is the only one, Natalie is the only one doing anything that can resemble gaslighting, because she keeps telling people she's not writing these things, talking negative, and yet to the producer, she's like, yeah, I did write some posts. She's the one actually doing what the definition of gaslighting is, and yet you have Ari writing in saying they were gaslighting her. I'm like, my God, Ari, are you that dumb? You can't be that stupid or that craving for attention that you're jumping on the Natalie bandwagon.
But I think y'all both did good in the therapy. I feel like from watching The Resort, I saw a lot of growth on both sides.
Okay, so I immediately disregard you. If you say you saw growth on both sides by watching The Resort, did you see the therapist? For one, they're not even real, some of them. And the ones that are actually not practicing anything that resembles therapy other than this crazy, whimsical, meditation. Well, not meditation, but hypnotherapy. And then, oh, by the way, non-monogamous or ethical non-monogamy and all this crap that is only going to drive people's relationships into the ground. So the second you say, oh, the therapy was going well, I don't believe you, you liar.
When she does something wrong, I'm like, bitch, you're wrong. Like that.
Except for the fact that you just got done saying, yeah, I go to war with her. She's like the other part of my soul. I'm like, okay, it's one thing to have a good friend, but who says that about their friend? It's like they're the other part of your soul? This starts to make me think that there was some credence to what he was saying and that maybe they had something going on. I mean, Sophie did say she was bi and she was trying to be in a relationship with a girl. Would it be the most shocking thing? No.
But you saying lies.
Oh, damn. What's going on?
Lie?
What?
You think I for money?
Oh, damn.
A screenshot of lie?
Nah, man.
A screenshot of what?
Okay, this is the whole thing. They're claiming there's a screenshot of him potentially accepting money to do certain acts with another guy. And they're arguing over it was $500, it was this or is that. Now, this is ridiculous on its face, because I wouldn't believe what the friend was saying or Sophie was saying at this point. All of a sudden, Sophie wants to go off on this and make it seem like she's mad when everything was cool for most of this episode. So it makes no sense. The part where I'm starting to wonder if part of it is true with him is a little bit later when he argues about something interesting.
Freaking idiot.
And we think that her friend doesn't have any negative effect on what happens between us.
She walks off crazy. Don't talk trash about her while she's leaving, yet she can talk all the trash in the world while she's leaving. It makes absolutely no sense. And she's defending her friend, who is quite possibly one of the worst crazy people on the show, and we'll see why.
Have you ever told?
Oh my gosh. Good Lord. She's screaming backstage. Good gracious, what the hell?
That.
Show people everything.
Okay.
She's losing her mind after leaving the stage. But the explanation from Sophie is what makes it more interesting, because if y'all are such good friends, why the hell is your friend here on national television? Why is she yelling? Not a tear in sight, people. Not a tear in sight. Borderline personality case. I'm sorry, alleged or possibly or maybe. Let's go ahead and put those, kind of monikers in there or whatever you want to call them. But not a tear in sight. Looks like it's pure manipulation trying to get people to feel bad for her.
It's really hard going out there and having a lot of people come at you when they don't even really know the situation.
No one came at you. What you basically made it seem like is you were going to be this ride or die for Sophie, and they pushed back a little bit. And now you're saying everyone was coming at you, and it's really hard. Why are you here? It's national television. You don't have to be here. This was a decision. You're not under contract. Why are you here? And don't say for my friend. Nah, you wanted publicity and to act like the victim. That's it.
He looks bad. He looks like he has bad anger problems.
Okay, Ari again with her
it.
genius. Everyone knows about it. He has bad anger problems. Why does Ari feel like her opinion has any weight whatsoever? Everyone should probably look at her at the same time and say, Ari, shut the up. Why are you here inserting your opinion that no one gives a damn about because you don't have two brain cells to rub together and you make bad choices? So, you were the same person who held up passwords this whole time with a guy who clearly doesn't want to be with you, and yet you were trying to hold on to something that was not there. Now, I can let all that go, except for the fact that you try to insert yourself into everyone's business and then act like everyone is somehow attacking you because they don't acknowledge you. That is the purest victim mentality I think I've ever heard. You win the gold for Victim Olympics. Congratulations.
She deals with anxiety and panic attacks. So she was having a panic attack, and this is very overwhelming. So she just
disregard, completely disregard right off the bat. If you're going to claim to me that she has anxiety and panic attacks and all this, why the hell is she on this show? Why is she on national television doing this thing right here? Because she needs to defend you? For what? What is she defending? Rob, most of the time, doesn't even say anything. Now, he's not right in this, just completely innocent or anything like that. But what defend you from what? Saying, oh, someone needs to hear her story. I'm pretty sure everyone's heard it. No one thinks Rob's innocent. No one thinks Sophie's innocent. You are there for publicity, to act like you're crying, to get some attention, all that. And you telling me that she has anxiety and panic attacks, either it's a complete lie or your friend's willing to sacrifice her mental health for some TV time. Either way, it's ridiculous. Now, this is what I'm talking about. This is the weird argument that also makes me say, there may be some truth to the Rob allegations.
You saw somebody hit me up asking me he my first of all, so I'm not out here.
Okay, for one, Rob, not much of a argument there. So, yee.
It was $5,000.
It was
I would not even.
$500.
It was $5,000.
Oh my God! Did you hear what he was about to say? I wouldn't even consider it for dude. If you're straight like you claim, you're not going to consider it, period. Like, done deal. What are you even talking about? What is this argument here? It was $5,000. I'm worth more than that. Look, he is borderline admitting that it happened. Doesn't make what just happened right with Sophie and the girl out there, but damn, he did not make himself look good with this one either.
Gino and I, both of us, decided to go ahead with the open marriage.
Gino and I, both of us, we decide to go with the open marriage,
And he agreed that the person will be mad because it's very clear rules.
Look, he agreed at the last minute when you said basically, I'm going to leave you without that. Now, I get it. There's speculation. How much were they together? How much was it acting at the last resort? I get that. Doesn't change the fact that she did some grimy stuff with this whole open marriage Matt stuff. Does not change that one bit. So her saying that we agreed, nah, you just said I'm going to leave you and he said okay because he's a freaking idiot. So I'm not even letting him off the hook for this. He's just dumb. He's just dumb and I don't know what he was holding on to, but he's holding on to something.
If she got too much of an emotional connection with this person, then I could void the contract and cancel.
Now, that's the dumbest rule I've ever heard, considering the fact that by the time someone has that emotional connection, it's too late. So why are you even letting this happen? Just the fact that it was let happen is the stupidest crap ever. But the fact that you did, and then you're like, but I can just void the contract. You convinced yourself that that was the way it was going to go. If anything, if she said, hey, I like him a little bit more than I thought I would, like, okay, time to break up with him and move on with your lives. Come on, G. I mean, look, I know you're not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but damn. I mean, even a butter knife can figure that one out. The madness continues on. We have one more leg of it all, I guess. And finally, Matt Brannis is going to come on here, and him and Gino are going to have this giant confrontation. But in the previews, it kind of looks like the most scripted or the most cowardly, I'm going to say wussy, but I really want to say something more, men that I've ever seen arguing about a woman that doesn't deserve any of it. So kind of crazy, might be a little entertaining, but we'll get to that next week. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, share with your friends, and drop a super thanks if you want to support the channel. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much for all the support, and I will see y'all next time.